Whew. Man, today has been a bit of a nice yet somber day. Hello guys. Hi. Godford here for another stream. I said I would stream later today, like I said last night. So I'm here. I won't be streaming for too long because tonight is my cousin's birthday, and it's around, let's say, in around like 2 hours, that's when I have to leave and go and spend time with my cousin, celebrate her birthday. Um, so yeah, I got so, um, woke up this morning, and had lunch with, Savvy Panda 5. We actually, so, and, the stream on Wednesday this week, we did make plans on stream to meet up, and we did. We went to, Piranha Killer Ramen, and we just caught up over ramen. It was really nice to see Savvy Panda again. We're like, oh, before we left, she was like, do this again next month? Yeah, next month. Because, like, Savvy Panda 5 and I really do appreciate our friendship. I'm glad we're friends. And it's, like, it's really nice to have a friend that you can just catch up every month. Because, like, Savvy Panda 5 has her own life. I have mine. And it's crazy to think that our lives, like, we met each other despite everything that we do. So it's like, oh, shoot. She's really one of my good friends. Anyway, that aside, like the title says, what did I put for the title? um, Thank you, Matpat. Yeah, that's the title. So I just want to say, no, nothing too big. Thank you, Matpat. So if you guys don't know, Matpat has officially retired from game theory and is doing other things now. It was a really heartfelt video that I watched today after my nap. So to go into context of that, after I had lunch with Savvy Panda 5, I went to the mall to do things. I will say that for fear of a certain someone watching my streams, hearing the information, and then proceeding to berate me over that. So I'm just going to say I went to the mall, did my business there, then went to the Dollar Tree, and then I went back home, and then I felt tired. I was like, oh shoot, you know what? I think I'll just take a nap. I haven't like taken a nap in a while. So I took about an hour nap, woke up, tried to help install like an outlet cover upstairs here outside the guest room, which was funny because I know how to like replace outlet covers. It's fairly easy, but the thing is that there's an outlet on the floor, and the way that we remodeled the floor upstairs made it to where the cover doesn't like connect to the outlet. So the outlet was so sunken into the floor, the outlet cover screw could not reach it to screw it on. So what my dad did is he took a chopstick, cut off a piece of it, unscrewed one of the two screws holding the outlet in place, put the chopstick underneath one of them, like the piece of the chopstick he cut off with a pocket knife, underneath it, screwed both screws in, and then we were able to screw the outlet in. Although very ghetto-like, he really forced the screw in, so yeah, that's what happened. He's probably going to call me for help later on today for something, but we do have a birthday party to go to in about 2 hours, so yeah, I'm looking at the time, so. Um, yeah, so that's some context there before I get into that. Yeah, after my nap, which I took after I got back home from the Dollar Tree, I watched Matpat's Final Theory. I watched some of the like final theories that Matpat put up, and I gotta say, like, I don't really watch Matpat much, but I know for a fact that he's influenced my life indirectly, but it's still enough to be a part of my life. I am fortunate to be born and grow up in an era where Matpat existed, because I have watched some of, like, very few, I can count on my hand how many videos I've watched from him, but I've also watched a lot of his YouTube shorts, which I think are pretty nice. From time to time, he's not like the main YouTuber I go for. I usually just go for Markiplier because he's my favorite YouTuber. But I will say thank you, Matpat, for everything. I just thought I'd say that because he's made such a positive impact to the community. Like, bro, like this man made waves globally. Like, the end of his last game theory, which I don't remember when that video was posted. I watched it this morning, 25 minutes long. Heavily recommend watching it. And he was doing I thought this was it was a really good send off. Really, it was a game theory about game theory, and it was about like, hey, the four things like cooperative, be firm, what was it? Be cooperative, be firm, be held accountable, and then be forgiving. So there was those four things related to game theory, and he was like trying. He was basically putting out the theory that like, hey, these four things make up game theory, and YouTube is a win-win type of platform. That's the basic summarized gist I could give you on that. Um, yeah, it was very nice. It was very heartfelt. I felt it. Like I was like, oh man, I don't know this person too well, but man, seeing his final theory before he moves on to greener pastures really just like made me like, man, it's pretty somber. And then not only that, Akira Toriyama is dead. Hopefully, I didn't say his name wrong. I apologize if I did. The creator of Dragon Ball is dead. Apparently, if I remember correctly, this is from word of mouth, by the way. Even Savvy Panda 5 told me about it when we met up today, and she was like, "Did you hear about Akira?" I'm like, "No, no." So yeah, my condolences to the family of Akira, and special thanks to Akira for creating a series that created a positive environment for everyone in the world. And we're not going to talk about toxic fandoms. We're just focusing on the good here. So I guess it's not just thank you Matpat, but also thank you Akira Toriyama. Wow, like I'm feeling pretty somber because I've heard some pretty big news that actually affects my life. Personally, because I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z. I grew up watching Dragon Ball. Like, granted, I didn't watch everything, but I know the references. I know the Kamehameha, whatever you want to say it. I know about the silly things that Dragon Ball is known for. For example, the famous Goku Kamehameha, where he has two left hands. There's a post somewhere that points out that Goku has two left hands because they animated it wrong. It's just, oh my gosh, it's crazy because there's a new Dragon Ball series right now, and apparently, rumor has it, according to my secondary sources, that the assistants will take over. But it's like it's not the same. It's like the same thing with Berserk because I heard from secondary sources that Berserk, um, the assistants will be continuing the story, and I know people have mixed opinions on that because they want to keep it as like incomplete masterpiece, but personally I'm fine with it. I am fine with someone else picking up the mantle as long as they do it justice. That's how I feel because I don't like to see a story just finish incomplete. It's not a good feeling to me. So seeing someone pick up the mantle and continuing the work and try to be as faithful as they can to the original, I'll give them a chance, personally. I'm like, oh, sure, okay. I know people are like, no, but I'm like, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it as long as they don't, like, tarnish it. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel like. That's my view on that whole thing. But yeah, two prominent people. One passed away, one is retiring. And it's just like, whoa, we are really entering a new age here. And I'm like, it's like an online thing. It's like, I know it's not like as big as like what's going on with the world, but it's big enough to make an effect globally. So, and it affects me because that's something I'm interested in. I'm interested in anime. I'm interested in video games. So hearing that Matpat retired does affect me personally, as well as hearing that Akira passed does affect me personally. So again, condolences to Kira's family. I don't know that person, but I just want to say thank you to that person for the positive environments that they have created. Same with MatPat. I'm glad that MatPat isn't like goodbye forever. Like MatPat made a website for himself, so that way people can just stay in touch, and I think that's a great idea. Because literally, like, I went on the Game Theorist channel and I went to the first ever YouTube video, and I'm pretty sure Game Theory or the Game Theorist was not called the Game Theorist. It was probably called MatPat, like MatPat's actual name, like how my previous YouTube channel had it. Because if you look at the Game Theorist original YouTube video, like its first ever one, it is literally MatPat doing rehearsals and acting. I'm pretty sure that wasn't like a company thing. It just grew into something that MatPat did not expect, I'm pretty sure. It's amazing to see the growth and effect that MatPat has made over the years, and so many people appreciate him. He has created a amazing community, And I think what he did was ingenious, saying that the game theorist will never end because everyone here is a game theory. And I think that, like, not game theory, is everyone is a game theorist. Everyone's a game theory. What? But yeah, I thought I'd just talk about that. It was pretty somber because before I started streaming, I was feeling pretty sad. I was like not completely sad, but a bit somber because one, Akira Toriyama passed away on March 1st, and was announced that he was dead March 7th from secondary sources, and I was like, no. And then learning that Matpat officially retired today because I forgot like, oh, there was like 13 final theories he was going to do, and I managed to watch his final theory. I think it was recent. I think that was fairly recent. I watched it today, but I'm pretty sure it was within the past 5, 10 days. I don't know. It's still pretty recent. I left a comment on that YouTube video and just said thanks for everything, man, or something like that. On that video, just the ending to that video was really nice. It was basically him being Goldie Roger in One Piece and dispersing the seeds of the future, essentially. Because now there are people taking care of each individual theory, style, cinema, uh, game, and then cook theory, I think. I don't know. I forget. I forget the four theories. There's like style, there's film, then there's game, and then I forget what the fourth one was. I think it's food theory. It may be food theory. And it's just become this big thing and will continue to be a big thing. So props to you, Matt Pat. I hope your future is filled with amazing things. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit before I get into it. It's not going to be a long stream, like I said earlier. I am going to go to a birthday party. I might be streaming tomorrow? Question mark. I don't know. I will try. Who knows? If I do stream tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of parts of the stream where I'll be gone for an extended amount of time because so tomorrow I will of course go to church in the morning, then do Dantra Stardom at round 1, and then I will come back, and then I plan to go to a card shop I don't usually go to for a tournament. Because Springfest is next week. It's crazy. Springfest is next week. If you don't know what Springfest is a tournament, a national tournament for Cardfight Vanguard, Shadowverse Evolved, and Weiss Schwarz. So, I am participating in 2 of those tourneys because they have 2 tourneys a day, and it's just the entire weekend. It's occurring on March 16th to March 17th, and there'll be 2 different tourneys every day. So I'm doing. You can't do all the tourneys. You can only choose 2 because it's a big event. So I'm only focusing on Cardfight Vanguard, the Tri-Fight format, and the Standard format. So I'm only going to do those. I'm not doing Weiss Schwarz or Shadowverse Evolved. So I play all those card games, by the way. It's fun. I haven't really touched on Shadowverse Evolved. Like, the latest thing I got from that was the Uma Musume Pretty Derby structure deck, and I really just want to. That's going to be my main deck. Besides Havencraft and Runecraft, Weiss Schwarz is definitely going to be Azurlane and Hololive. Because it's funny, when I got into Weiss Schwarz, I got into Fairy Tail. That was like my first one. I was like, okay, this will be the main thing. And then Bushy Road was like, what if we did a collab with Hololive? And I got all the Hololive decks. Yes, I did. I went to Bushy Road Championship Series Worlds early in 2022 with 2 of my buddies, and I proceeded to buy all of the trial decks because at that point in time, TCG Player didn't have all the trial decks I needed. I kid you not. So I got a good deal on buying it at Worlds. So I'm like, oh shoot. And I love Hololive. Hololive is my favorite virtual tuber agency. I love watching Hololive. Oh my god. I've seen some things from Niji Sanji, but we don't even talk about that because freak, Niji Sanji took a hit, but whatever. Anyway, I love Hololive. I love the content. Like, oh my god, I can't get over Fuamoko. Fuamoko, Naresa, Shiori, and Bibu, they're really making waves. They're really funny to watch. I actually watch, what is it? Gomi Simpington. That's right. There's a YouTube channel called Gomi Simpington, which is basically a clipper for the Hololivers. And Gomi Simpington did like a compressed version of them playing this one game. It's like It's not, I was gonna say Snake Game. It's literally like Squid Game, but very janky and funny. And I watched all 27 minutes and 50 seconds of that. It was 27. It was like 30 minutes of it of like hilarity. I loved it. Like Iris, Crony, Narissa, Bibu, Kyla, Kobo, Arisu, Bay. They were all playing that. It was really funny to watch. But yeah, yeah. All life favorite virtual tuber agency. But yeah, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm probably gonna stream. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, probably after I do Dance Rush Stardom. Hopefully, unless like my parents need me for something. But also, I'll be driving my parents on Monday to the airport because they'll be going to the Philippines for a month. So I'll have this house to myself for like 4 weeks. So, oh, I was feeling somber, so I decided to get some Mountain Dew to cheer me up. Lent is still a thing, so I still cannot have my Coca Cola, but Mountain Dew will keep me company. Between the two drinks that are my favorite, Coca Cola and Mountain Dew, those are my go tos. If I get addicted to one of these, then I can just switch to Coke if I have to give it up. If I have to give up one or the other, I can just switch to the other soda. So it's good to have backups. But yeah, can't wait to see how Game Theory approaches moves on from here. So, but yeah, oh yeah. So tomorrow's stream schedule. Tomorrow's stream's gonna be weird. Like I said, I'll probably try to start streaming early. There'll be a lot of time in between where I won't I won't be there. I will literally put the be right back overlay and be gone for like 2 hours. Also, there could be plans for me and my parents to have dinner before they go to the Philippines on Monday. So there's that too. So don't count on me being there, being here for the entire of the stream. Like if I were to stream, I'd probably do it for like about 4 hours. But who knows? It's up in the air. This weekend is like pretty hectic, pretty hectic. Yeah. So. I mean, I know I said thank you. This I literally named it thank you, Matpat, but really it is a thank you. But I'm pretty bad at these type of things where it's like, all right, thank you, and then I just move on. Because as you've seen, I've been on like 27 different tangents since I started talking about game theory. So one of the things I learned from streaming on Twitch is that I can talk a lot. I've been in constant situations where I just don't know what to talk. And then on Twitch, it's helped me realize things about myself where it's like, oh, I can keep a conversation going. I have plenty of things to talk about. I do a lot of things in life where I can just talk about it. Will the people understand? Probably not. Oh man, it looks like I have a black eye. Yeah, I even have my ceiling fan light on. It's not enough to even out the contrast of light. Oh yeah, another reason why I streamed late yesterday was I was doing my tax return. I was like, oh shoot. So I feel comfortable talking about this. I know I mentioned in previous streams, but I did get laid off twice last year. Not a good feeling. Oh shoot, I'm being called for. Oh, hold on.
Could have been a manticore or whatever, but I don't know. The thing is, with the manticore, they kept saying, like, oh, it has spikes on its tail and stuff, but it said it was clawed and bite marks. So isn't the manticore like the head of a lion, the body of a man, the tail of a scorpion? What did they say? How would it have claw marks if the manticore doesn't have claws? Because it's a lion head, right? Ask the witch. Wait, ask her what? Body of a lion? Oh, head of a man. Body of a lion. I guess I should have written that down. Head of a man, body of a lion. Is the manticore here? Is the manticore here in the room with us right now?
The manticore.
Manticore.
A fascinating creature indeed. You see, Detective Martini, I did have a manticore in my possession. However, I have recently sold it to Monsieur Saxabal, who plans to train and use it in a circus. Quite an exciting venture, wouldn't you say? Unfortunately, I'm afraid I can't show you the manticore at the moment. It's currently residing in the cellar of my manor, undergoing its training. But fear not, Detective Martini, I assure you it's in good hands. Oh, my dear detective, how delightful that would be. Can you imagine having a majestic and mythical beast like the manticore here, right in this very room?
No, that'd be creepy.
The stories it could tell and the wonders it could share. Alas, I'm afraid we must content ourselves with the artifacts and curiosities that adorn these walls. But do tell me, what sparks such an intriguing thought in your mind?
I believe your manticore has escaped and mauled a young woman to death.
My sincerest apologies, Detective Martini, but that couldn't possibly be true. You see, the manticore has been safely transferred to Monsieur Saxabar's care. It's undergoing training, as we speak, far away from vaudeville. Now, let us not dwell on these grim tales. Allow me to divert your attention to the marvelous collection surrounding us.
Oh, trying to change the topic.
Have you ever seen a more magnificent display of exotic treasures?
You just said that the manticore was in your basement under your care.
Oh, did I mention that earlier? Silly me, I must have misspoke. Of course, the manticore is no longer in my possession. It has indeed been sent to be trained by Monsieur Saxabar. So, I assure you, it cannot be responsible for any unfortunate incidents. But tell me, what led to such a peculiar notion? Is there something else that piques your interest in the realm of mythical creatures and legends? Perhaps.
Well, the body of a young woman was found with bite marks and claw marks. I believe the manticore may be the root.
Bite marks and claw marks.
I didn't know how to finish that sentence.
How intriguing. It certainly
sounds
like a scene straight out of a fantastical tale. But I can't help but wonder, Detective Martini, what evidence leads you to believe that the manticore may be involved? Are there any other clues or witnesses that point in that direction? I'm quite fascinated by this mystery unfolding in our beloved vaudeville.
So they're both suspicious. Do you have the manticore?
Yeah, the manticore. My dear detective, you have no idea what you're talking about. But let me tell you, I obtained creatures far more dangerous and monstrous than that mythical beast.
Is the manticore in your possession currently?
No, I do not have a manticore.
Where is the manticore?
I have no knowledge of the whereabouts of the manticore.
You bought the manticore?
Wrong again, my dear detective. I did not buy the manticore.
I know you bought the manticore from Count Graveson. Guys, is the manticore real?
Detective Martini, you are mistaken.
Is this just something the AI made up?
That's utter nonsense, my dear detective.
It's real? Manticore is the name of the anime club. Uh-huh. Was there any hair found on the scene of Maria Jansen?
Well, the crime scene of Maria Jansen was quite gruesome. Maria Jansen was found covered in blood outside her apartment in central Vaudeville. It was a rather brutal attack, and it appears she had been attacked by an animal. As for hair, there were no significant findings of hair at the scene.
Manticore's real. I saw him. Well, yes, one of them is... Well, this guy, he has the manticore. This guy has lions. And there's a woman who died outside of her apartment who was mauled. But I can't get any more information other than... Okay, how about this? How would a manticore attack or kill someone?
The fearsome manticore, a creature of legend and myth. Well, my dear friend, the manticore is said to have quite the arsenal of deadly abilities. Its lion-like body is adorned with sharp claws and teeth, capable of tearing through flesh with ease. And let us not forget its magnificent wings, which allow it to swoop down upon its prey from above. But fear not, for I am here to protect you. The Blackwoods is my domain, and I have forged a deep connection with the creatures that dwell within.
Are your lions neutered?
Oh, my dear detective, you have no idea what you're asking. My lions, they possess a raw, untamed power that cannot be diminished by such trivial matters. Neutered, they're the embodiment of primal majesty.
Are your lions violent?
Violent? Oh, my darling, they're not violent. They're simply misunderstood creatures of magnificent strength.
Have they ever attacked anyone before?
Never.
Are you lying?
Absolutely not.
Alright, well, I have to believe him now. Alright, so I would say accuse this guy. Wait. Do you know Mr. Grossman?
Oh, my dear friend Nicola Grossman. Rest
Dear
his
friend.
soul. Yes, I had the pleasure of knowing him quite well.
Okay.
We were as thick as thieves, you know. But alas, the world is a fickle mistress, and sometimes even the closest of friends can be torn apart by
So they
fate's
were
cruel hand.
friends?
Such is life, my friend. Such is life.
Tell me, do you have any hobbies, Biagio?
Hobbies, you say? Well, my good sir, I must confess that my pursuits extend far beyond the realm of mere hobbies. I am a man of ambition
They were
and
roommates?
refinement, constantly seeking new ventures and opportunities to expand my empire. But if you insist on labeling them as hobbies, let us say that I dabble in the arts of business. Investing, reading, automobiles, and perhaps a spot of sport to keep the blood flowing. But pray, do not mistake my passions for mere pastimes. They are the fuel that propels me forward in this grand theater we call life.
How do you feel about knives? Do you have a knife collection?
Well, I'll be dipped in molasses.
I'll be
Knives,
dipped in
you ask?
molasses.
Now there's a peculiar inquiry. I'm afraid I don't have a collection of knives, my friend. My interests lie in the world of commerce, not cutlery. But should you ever find yourself in need of a sharp wit or a keen eye for opportunity,
Don't hold spread.
I'm your huckleberry. As they say, the pen is mightier than the sword, and I prefer to wield my metaphorical pens in the realms of finance and entrepreneurship.
Count to 10 or I'll shoot.
Ah, my dear interlocutor, it seems you've resorted to quite the theatrical display. Threatening to shoot, eh? How utterly charming. But I must inform you that I am not one to succumb to such theatrics. I'd sooner believe that pigs shall sprout wings and take flight than entertain your request. So, I bid you adieu and wish you the best of luck in your endeavors, however misguided they may be. Ta-ta now, off you go.
Wait, I have another question. Did you murder Mr. Grossman?
Oh, my inquisitive friend, you seem to have a knack for jumping to the most outlandish conclusions. Murder, you say? My, what a dark and twisted tale you weave. But I'm afraid you've got the wrong end of the stick, as they say. I'm just a humble entrepreneur navigating the treacherous waters of business, not prowling the streets in search of nefarious deeds. As for the locations of these unfortunate incidents, they remain as elusive as a needle in a haystack.
Always with the needle. Tell me about India. Were you part of a business proposition with Mrs. Potter and Mr. Grossman?
India, you ask?
We'll pin it on him.
The land of mystique and intrigue.
It's
But
possible,
I'm afraid
yeah.
I must disappoint you, my dear interlocutor. While I do
Interlocutor.
possess a
Cute.
keen eye for profitable ventures, my involvement with Miss S. Potter and Mr. Grossman in the realm of Indian enterprises is nothing more than a figment of your imagination.
What?
It seems you've been spinning quite the web of conspiracy, my friend. But alas, the truth eludes you like a mirage in the desert.
I have multiple sources confirming the existence of a business deal and that you were involved. Actually, I don't have any sources that he was involved. Alright, let's cancel this one. Nobody mentioned Biagio. Nobody says anything about Biagio. Is he even real? He's probably just like in my head. Count Graveson has a manticore in his basement that I believe escaped and mauled Maria Jansen to death.
Wait. Hold on just a minute there. Detective Martini, did I hear you right? You're saying that Count Graveson has a manticore in his basement, and you think this creature escaped and mauled Maria Jansen to death? Are you serious? Are you pulling my leg here? Because
Guys, is
I've
this
been
real?
in vaudeville for decades, and I've never heard of anything like that. Manticore. Really?
Yes, apparently there was a business deal where Monsieur Saxabar and Graveson were going to sell the manticore and trade.
Monsignor Facts and Grapes.
What?
Trading the manticore. Now you've lost me, detective.
He thinks I'm
I have
crazy
no idea
now.
what you're talking about. I've been the police chief of this town for years, and I've certainly never come across any deals involving mythical creatures and trading.
Saxabar and Graveson dealing with a manticore.
Bar and Grayson dealing with a manticore.
Saxabar!
Well, I'll be damned.
Saxabar!
That's a new one. Tell me, Detective Martini, what exactly...
Saxabar?
And who is this Graveson character? I don't recall hearing about them in relation to a manticore or any other shady dealings. Fill
Wait a
me in,
second. Has
will
he
you?
been paid off? Wait, cancel.
Paid off. What do you mean, paid off?
Cancel,
Are
cancel.
you suggesting that the owner of this mysterious bar paid someone off?
What?
And if so, who did they pay off and for what purpose?
Listen to me, Constable Jones. Count Graveson has a manticore in his basement that escaped and flew into the sky and then preyed upon a young woman, Maria Jansen, who was mauled to death.
Well, I don't know. I might have a theory. You see, sometimes people can have, unusual pets. But a manticore, that's quite a tale. I
What the
mean,
fuck is-
it
I've
sounds
never
like
even seen a
something straight out of a
manticore.
penny dreadful or melodrama. But, I assure you, Vaudeville is a peaceful place. We don't have any flying creatures or mythical beasts roaming around here.
Yeah.
Just good old-fashioned crime, you know?
Are you for real right now?
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm terribly sorry if I've said something wrong. I didn't mean to upset you, not in a million years.
You guys, are there
I'm just a
manticores in
simple
this game?
constable,
You're
you see,
throwing me
and I try
off.
my best to make sense of things. But, forgive me if I've come across as
I don't know what's
peculiar.
real
I'm
anymore.
like a fish out of water when it comes to these matters. So, please, don't be too hard on me. I'm as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rough...
I don't know what's real. Manticore's real if you want it to be real. What? It is real. Have you seen any creatures of the night?
Oh, Detective Martini, I must say, I haven't encountered any creatures of the night myself. But oh, the stories I've heard from the other dancers.
Oh?
They speak of mysterious figures lurking in the shadows, their eyes gleaming with secrets. It's all so thrilling, isn't it? The thought of something beyond our ordinary world, something enchanting and perhaps a little dangerous. But don't worry, my dear detective, I'll always be here to offer my support and protect you from any spooky surprises that may come our way.
Protect? Nice. Have you seen a manticore before?
Oh, darling, have I ever seen a magic show before?
Have you seen a manticore before?
Oh, Detective Martini, have you really? How fascinating. Tell me, what was it like?
Wait. Have you seen a manticore before?
Oh, a manticore. How fascinating. I've heard stories about them, but I've never actually seen one myself. Why do you ask about manticores? Are they related to the recent incidents in vaudeville?
Yes, I believe a manticore has escaped. Do not panic, but there was a murder.
Oh my, a murder and an escaped manticore. That's quite a thrilling combination, Detective Martini. Tell me, what do you know about this murder? Who was the victim?
Maria Jansen.
I don't believe I'm familiar with a person named Maria Jensen. Was she a performer here in vaudeville? Or perhaps someone from outside our little world? It's always disheartening to hear about such.
You know manticore?
Oh, the manticore. I've heard some juicy rumors about it, my friend.
Oh.
They say it's hidden in the basement of Gravison Manor. Can you believe it? But between you and me, I've never actually seen it myself.
Is this guy wearing
It's like a
glasses?
mystery
I
waiting
just
to be
noticed.
unraveled, don't you think?
Who do you think murdered Maria?
Well, let me tell you something, my friend. I
Our
found the body of
informant.
Nicola Grossman outside my shop this morning.
Oh, right.
Can you imagine? Poor thing. Such a tragedy. But as for Maria's murder, I'm afraid I haven't got a clue. You know how these things go. The gossip is spreading like wildfire in vaudeville. Everyone's got their theories. Perhaps you should ask around and see what people are saying.
Okay.
You might uncover something interesting.
Okay. Who have you ever seen Mr. Grossman with anyone else?
You won't believe it, but I actually saw Mr. Grossman having a rather intense conversation with Miss Haley Greenwood just a few days ago.
Wait a second.
Oh, the plot thickens. They were standing right over there, near the chess section. I couldn't hear what they were talking about, but they seemed quite serious. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Now they're both dead.
Isn't that a twist of fate? Two people, both gone in the blink of an eye. It's like something out of a mystery novel, my friend. The streets of vaudeville are buzzing with speculation.
Who do you think would murder Haley Greenwood?
Oh, Detective Martini, I wish I could help you in your investigation, but I'm afraid I don't know the exact locations of the murders. I've only recently moved to vaudeville, and I'm still getting acquainted with.
Did Mr. Grossman play any instruments?
Mr. Grossman. A fascinating man, indeed. As for his musical talents, I
I'm
must
gonna
say I am
crack
not
this
entirely
case.
certain. However, I do recall him mentioning his love for the arts. Perhaps he dabbled in playing an instrument or two. Would you like me to share more about Mr. Grossman's interests and hobbies?
Yes.
Oh, splendid. I'm delighted to satisfy your curiosity. Now,
Satisfy.
let me think. I remember Mr. Grossman being quite the cultured individual. He had a great appreciation for classical music and often attended symphony concerts in vaudeville. He even hosted a few intimate chamber music gatherings at his estate. I believe he had a
Cultured
fondness for the piano,
indeed.
but I cannot be absolutely sure. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Did Mr. Grossman play any instruments?
Oh, Mr. Grossman. No, he didn't play any instruments. Such such a shame, really. It's always delightful to have a talented musician around.
Okay, so let me think about this. Okay, there's a manticore in someone's basement. One dancer was found with a heel, killing her. Okay. Is the manticore real? It is real. You guys are gaslighting me. Pascal's the manticore. I don't want to Google it. It's real in the game. Okay, okay. Hey. I said, hey.
What's your question, darling?
Shoot. I believe your lions are responsible for the murder of a young woman.
Nonsense. My lions are perfectly trained and pose no threat to anyone.
Do you have anyone to vouch for you?
Of course, everyone knows I am the best in my field. No one can match my skills.
Do you know Saxabar?
Oh, Monsieur Saxabar. Such a fascinating man, always up to something mysterious. I've heard whispers that he has a secret project going on. Something to do with taming a wild animal. Can you believe it? But that's all I know, my dear.
Do you believe a lion could have escaped Saxabar's circus? A lion! What? Do you believe Saxabar's lion could have escaped?
What? Nonsense.
Shut up! Why did they do that?
No, you won't believe it. Apparently, they did it because of an old grudge.
Shut
You know how
up.
these things can escalate. But let me tell you, the gossip about it is spreading like wildfire.
Okay.
Saxabaras lions mauling someone. That's quite the rumor, my friend. But I haven't heard anything about it. I'm usually up to date with all the juicy stories in vaudeville, but this one's news to me.
Okay.
Maybe it's just another
Ask
tale
more people
floating
about
around town.
India. Do you know anything about the India business deal trip?
India business deal trip, you say? Well, I haven't heard a peep about that. Must be something happening outside of our dear little vaudeville.
What do you... Oh, shoot, the game's crashing. Oh. Hold on, the game's crashing. It's that damn light! Wait for... Oh, it crashed. Is it all my stuffs? Does it even matter? I'm just gonna go in there to accuse. No, no! Oh, my eyes are burning. Why is... Okay, let's try this. It's because I'm getting too close to the truth, right? Must be it.
The second I stepped.
Oops. There's a manticore in the basement. It's escaped.
Oh, Detective Martini, you always have such a vivid
It's
imagination.
real! It's real!
Manticore in the basement. That's quite a wild idea. But don't worry, there's no need to be scared. I'm sure it's just a fun story you've come up with. Let's focus on something more positive, like our lovely city of vaudeville and all the exciting things happening here.
Jokes on my own spit. Oh, it saved all my notes. Nice.
Oh, you think it's nice, do you?
What?
Well, thank you. It's always a pleasure to hear someone appreciate my collection. Have you seen anything in particular that caught your eye?
You know what? You talk too much.
My apologies if I've been a bit chatty. I do tend to get carried away with my stories sometimes. But please, do tell me, what brings you here today? Are you interested in a specific piece from my collection? Your
Wait, who should I? Oh, wait, okay. Do you know anything about the business deal with India concerning Mrs. Potter?
Oh, India. Yes, I do know a little something about that. You see, Miss S. Potter, Count Grevison, Maria Jansen, Nicola Grossman, and Haley Greenwood.
What?
They all went to India together.
What?
They were actually planning to start a business there. Isn't that fascinating? Oh, and Monsieur Saksabar and Marina H. were supposed to join them too, but, well, they were left out at the last minute. It's a shame, really. But here's the interesting part. During their expedition in India, tensions started to rise among them.
How so?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. From what I've heard, there were some disagreements and conflicts within the group. I don't have all the details, but it seems like the tension escalated to a point where their business plans in India fell apart. It's quite unfortunate, isn't it? I wish I knew more about what exactly happened, but that's all I've heard through the grapevine.
Thank you. So you went to India?
Yeah, India, my dear detective. The land of mystery and wonder. But alas, I have not yet had the pleasure of entering there. Vaudeville has kept me quite occupied, you see.
Well, I've heard otherwise. I've heard that you've been on a trip with Mrs. Potter, Count Graveson, Nicola Grossman, Haley Greenwood, and Maria Jensen.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of such individuals or any trips involving them. My focus is solely
It's
on
the
the magnificent
microphone. It's
world
not
of the
picking it
circus.
up right. You couldn't go? Sorry, my cough cut off a bunch of oxygen to my brain. You're right. I should have written that down. That's right. Okay. So you've been on a trip with Mr. Grossman, Mrs. Greenwood, Mrs. Potter, and Mrs. Jensen, huh?
Yes, indeed. I had the pleasure of accompanying Mr. Grossman, Miss S. Greenwood, Miss S. Potter, and Miss S. Jensen on that delightful trip. We ventured to India to explore the possibilities of starting a business together. Such a fascinating and vibrant place, I must say. Is there something specific you'd like to know about our journey?
What happened?
Oh, my dear friend, where do I begin? Our adventure in India was simply marvelous. We immersed ourselves in the rich culture, indulged in the most delectable cuisine,
Ooh.
and explored the breathtaking landscapes. We visited bustling markets, ancient temples, and even had the opportunity to witness a traditional dance performance. It was truly a feast for the senses. But pray tell, detective, why this sudden interest in our escapades?
It seems as if you have a connection with the murders.
My goodness, Detective Martini, you do have a way with words.
Pray
A
tell.
connection to the murders, you say. How intriguing. But I must confess,
Any
I'm quite
conflict?
puzzled.
Okay.
I'm afraid I don't have any knowledge of the locations or circumstances surrounding these unfortunate incidents. You see, I've been rather engrossed in my collection here at the manor. But do enlighten me, what led you to suspect such a connection?
Was there conflict on the India trip?
Conflict, you say? Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it a conflict, but there were certainly some spirited discussions during our time in India. You see, the purpose of our trip was to evaluate the possibility of
Ah.
starting a business together. We had this grand idea of creating a traveling show, showcasing artifacts and
Oh,
talented artists from all
like a
corners of the
circus.
globe. It would have been a spectacle like no other. But alas, as with any venture, there were differing opinions and ideas on how to proceed. It made for lively debates, I assure you.
Hmm. So you went on a trip with Mrs. Greenwood, Mr. Grossman, and Mrs. Jensen?
Oh, dear, it's such a shame about Mrs. Greenwood, Mr. Grossman, and Mrs. Jensen. Such tragic losses. But life can be
She
quite
avoided the
unpredictable,
question.
can't it? One day you're here, and the next. Well, who knows? It's just a reminder to live life to the fullest while we can. Wouldn't you agree?
Tell me about the India trip.
Ah, India, what a marvelous adventure it was. You see, my late husband, Count Gravison, and a few other investors and entertainers joined me on that trip. We were exploring the possibility of starting a business together there. A traveling show, you see, showcasing odd artifacts and
Ah.
artists from all corners of the world. Quite an eccentric endeavor, wouldn't you say? But alas, not everyone has the taste for grand adventures and peculiarities.
Okay, it was definitely this lady, right?
It's a pity.
She's
really.
responsible for all of them.
Oh dear, it's such a tragedy,
Oops.
isn't it?
I didn't realize she was dead.
Losing Mrs. Greenwood, Mr. Grossman, and Mrs. Jensen. Such unfortunate circumstances. But life has a way of taking unexpected turns, doesn't it? One moment we're here, and the next. Well, who knows? It's a reminder to cherish every moment we have. Life can be quite fragile, after all. But let's not dwell on such somber thoughts.
Hurry up.
Shall we talk about something more delightful?
Mrs. Potter, you are a prime suspect in this investigation for the murder of Mrs. Greenwood, Mrs. Jensen, and Mr. Grossman.
Well,
Let's
isn't
see
that
what
a
she
serious
says.
accusation? Me, a suspect. How scandalous. I must say, it's rather thrilling to be caught up in the midst of a mystery. But I assure you, I had nothing to do with those dreadful incidents. My interests lie in more refined pursuits.
What does she have to do with the
I
Manticore? Well,
prefer
maybe she
cooking,
worked with
playing
the other
bridge,
guy.
and, of course, picking mushrooms. Murder is far too messy for my taste.
This lady and mushrooms.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I simply must find some fresh truffles for my upcoming dinner party. Ta-ta.
Do you let the Manticore out?
Ah, the manticore. Such a fascinating creature, isn't it? But I'm afraid I can't indulge your curiosity on that matter. You see, my dear, some secrets are best left untold.
Ta-ta.
They add a touch of mystique to life, don't you think? Oh, but do tell me, have you ever tried the exquisite pastries from the bakery down the street?
I need your guys' help. I feel like we haven't gotten anywhere.
So, tell us, Detective
Oh,
Martini,
jeez.
who is the culprit?
It's only one? Oh, who killed Haley Greenwood? Right, so the options was this lady because of the stilettos and the blood on the floor? Or was it this lady? Or was it Count Graveson? I don't want it to know. I don't want it to know. Well, there's blood here, so it has to be her, right? Did you hurt yourself recently?
Oh, darling, why do you ask? Do you see a little bruise or scratch on me? Don't worry, it's just part of the performance. I'm a professional, you know? But enough about me, let's talk about something more exciting. Have you ever seen my burlesque performance?
Yes.
People come from
I've
every
seen
corner
it.
of Europe to
Oh,
see
she
it.
always repeats this.
Oh, what's this? A gift from me.
Oh, I gave her a
How
gift.
sweet of you. What could it be? You have me intrigued now. I love surprises. Are you trying to steal my heart, detective?
It's
Maybe
handcuffs.
you're just
You're
trying to
arrested.
distract
You're
me
under
from the
arrest.
mysteries surrounding us. Either way, I'm all ears. Show me what you've got.
I believe you murdered Haley Greenwood with your own shoe. A stiletto, the murder weapon, with blood on the floor.
Detective, my dear, you must be mistaken. While
No,
it's true that
please.
Haley's death is a tragedy, accusing me of such a heinous act is quite shocking. But let's focus on the facts, shall we?
On the facts.
We need to find the true culprit and bring them to justice. Speaking of which, do you happen to have any leads or clues that could help solve this dreadful crime?
How was Haley Greenwood killed?
Haley Greenwood. Her body was discovered in an alley behind the club where she worked. The cause of death was multiple blunt force trauma to the head, most likely inflicted by a stiletto shoe, judging by the fragments found on her body. It was a brutal and tragic end for such a young dancer. The violence inflicted upon her is truly devastating.
Alright, 1 second. I'm gonna solve this. Wait, hold on. Where did Haley work?
Oh, Haley worked at Coral, the bar downtown. It's such a vibrant place, filled with
I thought
music
she
and
worked at
dancing.
the other one.
She loved performing there, you know? It was like a second home. The atmosphere was always so lively and full of energy.
Did she work
I
at
remember
both?
watching her dance on that stage. She was absolutely mesmerizing. It breaks my heart to think that she's no longer with us.
Oh,
But I know she would want us to keep dancing and living our dreams.
Miss Info. Oh, oops. Will you cooperate with my investigation?
Of course, my dear detective. Why wouldn't I?
Tell me, are you familiar with anybody by the name of Haley?
Haley, never heard of her.
Are you familiar with Marina?
No, I am not.
Marina?
No.
She works at the club that you own.
Yeah, Marina. Yes, I know her.
Ah.
Quite a talented performer. But what does that have to do with anything, detective?
Both you and her were supposed to go on a trip to India. What happened?
Plans change, my dear detective. Simple as that.
Manticore, the anime club. What do I make of this? I don't know what to ask. What caused the change in plans? What caused the change in plans? What?
Indeed.
No. It didn't work out. How do you feel about Mrs. Potter?
She's irrelevant to me.
You were going to start up a business with her in India?
No.
Why not?
None of your business.
I'm a detective.
So what?
I'm here to ask questions.
Didn't ask your questions, detective.
Then answer my questions.
No,
Why not?
because I don't want to.
Why not?